What should we teach in a world where artificial intelligence is poised to turn everything on its head, sweeping away professions once thought unshakable, while making life more efficient, creative, and strange than we ever imagined? Question not, how can we catch students using AI, but what should education look like now that large language models are in everyone's pocket and the future no longer resembles the past? As a university lecturer teaching a course on philosophical and cultural knowledge, I assign my students debate questions. They craft short opening arguments, read them aloud in class, and we discuss them as a group. Can I tell whether these texts were written with AI? Their words, then so be it. It elevated the discourse. The point of learning is not surveillance. If I were assigning essays purely for control to enforce compliance with tradition, I'd be in trouble. But that's not the education I believe in. I reject disciplinary pedagogy, not only because it no longer works, but because it never served students in the first place. It persists only because educators were trained in it and grew comfortable with its routines. Yes, there are fields, engineering, medicine, aviation, where accurate, measurable knowledge is a necessity. But even there, decisions are by human plus machine teams. Our role as educators is to teach students how to collaborate with machines, verify their outputs, and steer them responsibly. That means teaching how AI works, how to prompt it effectively, how to detect its flaws, and how to think beyond its limits. We must stop pretending that using AI is cheating. That's like telling students not to use search engines or calculators. The future, and increasingly, the present, belongs to generative systems like LLMs. Our task is to teach students to use them wisely. It will amplify injustice in the wrong hands and displace people from livelihoods they've held for decades. But whether you're a pessimist like Mustafa Suleyman or an optimist like Ray Kurzweil, you've likely come to the same conclusion. We are standing at the edge of an era-defining shift, and if this shift is as radical as it seems, don't we have a moral obligation to prepare students for it? Isn't it a betrayal of our authority to keep delivering the same content in the same ways, simply because it's what we've always done? The challenge, of course, is that we're being asked to design an education for a world even the architects of that world can't clearly picture, but we already know what skills that world will demand. Adaptability, collaboration, critical thinking, digital literacy, and the confidence to keep learning always. They are survival skills. Yes, the curriculum still matters. It holds centuries of culture, knowledge, and identity. But we must awaken that dead material with living questions. As my greatest ally, it gave students a launchpad into research. Today, AI is taking up that role. I see it in the quotes, the summaries, the leaps in logic, and express themselves with clarity. If AI helps unlock those skills, so be it. Education hasn't lost a tool, it's gained one. The student and the AI are now co-authors, and that means we should judge the work by what it says, not who or what typed the keystrokes. So I say this: debate them, let them push you to grow. See them as collaborators, not competitors. That's not just how we adapt, that's how we lead.